Bills have already clinched the AFC East with 5 games to go in the season. They've got their sights set on Kansas City for top spot in the AFC. And for more reaction to this Bills victory on Sunday night, here he is, our own Dave Naylor in snowy Western New York. He looks like he was born to hang out in this environment. He looks great. Dave, what a victory for Buffalo. In your opinion, what was the TSN turning point for this Buffalo Bills team?
You know, Jay, I'm going to talk about something called the middle 8. And this was a Bill Belichick theory of where games are won. And it refers to the last 4 minutes before halftime and the first 4 minutes after halftime. And if you look at this game, Bills are scrimmaging on their own 3-yard line, in the snow, up 14-3 with 3:31 to play in the first half. This is an opportunity for San Francisco to get a stop, get the ball, get a score before halftime, and then they get the opening kickoff after halftime. Instead, Buffalo drives the ball 97 yards. It ends with a Josh Allen to Mac Hollins touchdown. They go up 21-3. Okay, let's go to the after halftime. The second 4 minutes of the middle 8. San Francisco takes the open kickoff, takes it right down into the Buffalo red zone, right down to the goal line where Taylor Rapp forces a fumble. Christian Benford grabs it, runs it back to midfield. Bills won the final 4 minutes before halftime. They won the final 4 minutes, or the first 4 minutes after halftime. You win the middle 8, you often win the game. That's where the Bills clinch this, I think.
Okay, let's talk about Christian McCaffrey. He left the game in the second quarter with a knee injury. Dave, I understand that Kyle Shanahan had an update on McCaffrey after the game was over.
Yes, he did. He declared it a season-ending knee injury for Christian McCaffrey. So, a player who'd been out the first, almost half of the season and then had come back and really, during that first quarter, that was the best Christian McCaffrey had looked since he'd returned this season. There'd been a sense that he didn't have the same burst, didn't have that same elite speed as he would cut upfield. Well, he had it against the Buffalo Bills, and that is one of the things the Bills are susceptible to. They're a team that does not stack the box. They will give teams a lot of room on the run game, and Christian McCaffrey was gashing them, especially on first and second downs. They were never in third and long situations, and in fact, the play before he got hurt, it's a shoestring tackle, and that may be the play where McCaffrey was hurt. You see him go down on his knee, and then, of course, the next play he takes from scrimmage in the backfield, he just goes down because he can feel it's not right. And from that point on, San Francisco just wasn't getting the same yardage on first and second downs and found themselves in third and long repeatedly. Meanwhile, the Bills took over the run game. It was funny, early in the game, James Cook wasn't getting much traction. Of course, he's a lighter back, and it felt like maybe they might have to go away from him with Ray Davis scoring the first running touchdown for the Bills. Maybe it was going to be a Ray Davis night. Then James Cook breaks it out for 65 yards. Overall on the night, the Bills had more than 200 yards rushing. And of course, 2 of those rushing touchdowns came from Josh Allen. And boy, how do we not talk about what Josh Allen did tonight? It feels like we say this after so many Bills games, Jay. The throwing touchdown, the 2 rushing touchdowns, and the receiving touchdown. He gets 0 catches in the stat column, but he does have a receiving touchdown because of the lateral from Amari Cooper. He goes diving in at the cone. First NFL quarterback to score a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a passing touchdown in a game. Oh, and on a night that he passed Jim Kelly for the all-time mark for Buffalo Bills touchdowns. Not a bad night for Josh Allen and the Bills as they clinch their 5th straight AFC East title.
Boy, it's really starting to feel like he's got that momentum to win that MVP. Really quickly, Dave, before you go, how does the weather at Highmark on Sunday compared to the weather you experienced in that wild card game against Pittsburgh earlier this year?
Well, I mean, the wild card game against Pittsburgh was good on game day. It was just not very good the day the game was supposed to be played. And in fact, in that one, Jay, I couldn't even get near Orchard Park. I was in Lockport, about 20 minutes away, sitting in a hotel watching the snowstorm on my phone in Orchard Park. At least tonight we were able to drive here. Everybody did a great job. It was fantastic conditions in the season in the stadium. It was like a refrigerator, but the warmest refrigerator on earth.
I love it. I love that analogy. You're a storyteller. You're a great reporter, too. Dave Naylor, get home safe and get warm, okay?